The following presentation is a Deej Experience production and may not be recorded, rebroadcasted, or retransmitted without the express written permission of Deej Experience LLC. For more information, visit us online at www.deejexperience.com.
Yeah, it's been a minute, but I'm back at it. Only like to win, it's like a bad habit.
Chamberlain drives in.
See how that lasted.
Chamberlain with a putback.
Looking at the numbers, see who's
throws over
hearing it.
Muma. Open looks for three. Haley Muma drains
The
it.
picture, see how clear it is. I'm high quality, like I am Deej Experience. I'm way up, seems like I've been at the pyramids. Give me an opponent, and I promise I ain't fearing it. I got so much I can lose the game when I've been giving this. Why you see a miracle closer than I'm hearing it. Grinding and grinding, and then I put another gear in it. Driving and driving, but you don't have no one to steer ship. Back on the top,
Gray
you
sets it
half
up.
of my logic.
Time with a flip shot, and that was a thing of beauty.
Lock it up. Gotta get that leg freed up.
Back, you know it ain't luck, so pay up my respect. Don't reject the great match. Better hang up the white flag if you fight back to your nameless. So tell me what the time say. Game time, why they think that they could ever outscore me, LeBron James? Just give me the ball, watch me.
Bolter knocks it down. He's gonna come home with it. Nice throw and a good tag.
He got him.
Doing this for all my life.
Webb with it.
You don't want to waste my
Shot and a
time.
goal by the Beavers. Finds the back corner.
It out.
Better get up next in line.
Marcus.
Competition left to dry. They can never get in my mind. Please slow it down. I'm a beast on the ground. I'm a leash for the crowd. Play me down. I'm a running back.
Down that sideline. Oh, there he goes. Into the open 50 and gaining momentum. And the Beavers are going to answer right back after Gerard tied it up. That was Will Allen.
Now they finally get a set block. Oh, and it's a face shoulder.
Oh my, Allison Sawyer, are you kidding me?
If I do fail, I don't have
Catches an arm right into a chin headlock.
The
legs worked in, and there's a break.
This one driven to left. It's going to drop in. That's going to be a two-run single for Sadie Dine.
When I break it, it's for my pleasure, but I would never let you go take it. I'm kind of like that. I don't just write raps. You put the ball up, then I'ma spike that.
Oh my! Aubrey Chase! Looking. He's going to go deep. The end zone got him in. Caught! Touchdown! Marcus Lambert!
Good D.
Shotgun passers, Chamberlain. Down to 32 seconds. Yetzer fires a three. Hansen.
No one will actually become as great as my team is, cause I got a team of some Hall of Fame players, not to mention Jesus.
Got it there.
Doing this for all my life. You don't want to waste my time. If you want to test my grind, better get up next in line.
To the middle, and Scholar with a header, and we're tied at one. Get the snap away,
and
it's going to be a sack. Recovered by the Beavers. Touchdown!
I'ma run it back. You give me the chance, I'ma run it back.
Pushes it up. Shot got it. Chamberlain on the day. He'll take a three. He certainly will. Sawyer beats us deep left field. That ball is out of here. A two-run dinger for Allison Sawyer.
Good afternoon or good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard a Deej Experience Sports Stream. I'm Dewey Hurd, and alongside me tonight is Stephen Mountain. And we are here at Howard Sheen Field, and we have girls varsity soccer action coming to you tonight. Steve, welcome aboard.
Thanks, Dewey. I'm excited for the matchup. It's going to be a good one.
Beavers come in tonight with a 7-5-1 record, and they'll be taking on the Grape Pickers of Northeast. And they come in with a 6-6-1 record. And the Pickers got the better of the Beavers earlier in the season up in Northeast on a 1-0 victory. So I'm sure the Beavers will be looking to reverse or get some revenge on the Pickers tonight. And that will kind of give them a little bit of breathing room in the standings as well. So let's get right into our Box It and Lock It pregame show and get wound up for tonight. First and foremost, we have our Snap Fitness Steps to Success. First one, clear the ball from your end. Can't allow the ball to stay in your end and let your opponent set up their offense in your defensive end. So clear the ball out of your end.
Yeah, can't live in your own end, right? If you want to win, you got to play on the offensive side of the ball and get some shots on the goal, and you can't live on your own side.
Well, that's going to take a little bit of work, and that's why I put step number 2 is outwork. Continue to out-hustle, get to those loose balls, and be persistent on getting that ball back out of your end and into the offensive end.
Yeah, well, they're pretty close, closely matched teams, right? They played to a 1-0 game earlier in the year. Their records are similar, so if one team can outwork the other one a little bit more, then maybe you have a good chance at winning the game today.
And then the third step to success is convert on your chances. Too many times we see it in soccer. You get an opportunity close to the net to punch it into the back of the net, and you kick it wide or over the top of the net. So you're in close. You got to find a way to bury them into the back of the net.
Yeah, you might not get very many chances tonight, like we said, and there's a tight ball game like this that we're expecting. So you got to take an opportunity of the chances that you do have.
And that will wrap up our Snap Fitness Steps to Success, brought to us once again brought to us by Snap Fitness, and that'll switch us over to our Spotlight Player of the Game. I'm going with number 8, Tenley James. Plays all different positions on the field, predominantly plays defense, but midfield and forward as well. So she'll have a foot in the outcome of this game one way or the other.
Yeah, she's always busy out in the field, always making plays, and she brings that senior leadership to the team, a lot of experience, but probably been playing for a long time. So she'll play a factor tonight for sure.
So again, Corry Higher Ed Spotlight Player of the Game, number 8, Tenley James. And we're going to head right into our J. Gill Plumbing and Heating starting lineups. And I think we're going to let you do the visitors first here, Steve.
All righty.
As Carmen has them all keyed up upstairs, ready to get going. Does a really good job of getting soccer wound up and getting ready to go here.
Yeah, he sure is a helpful guy to have around, isn't he?
Always helps me out with whatever I need to have before the game. So
yeah.
Thanks to Carmen, always a pleasure to work with. And he's just reading through his usual PIAA, blah, blah, blah.
Reading the script, right?
Beautiful weather here today at Howard Sheen Field. A little bit of crisp fall weather as the sun going over the horizon. It's girls are in the pink jerseys again tonight for the month of October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And the visitors are the Pickers, and they are in the white jerseys and the maroon shorts.
And here's your starting lineups for the Grape Pickers. Junior number 1, Paige Van Tassel. Senior number 2, Jenna Foster. Junior number 3, Elijah George. Sophomore number 11, Rachel Scully.
Jenna Foster was one of the captains, too, by the way, tonight.
Yep. Number 12, Ava Alcorn. Junior number 13, Kendall Thornton. Freshman number 15, Natalie Nagel. Senior number 16, also a captain, Chloe Nagel. Sophomore number 22, Kate Nishnik. Senior number 25, also a captain, Ayana Thompson. And junior number 0, Emma Scully, and she will be in the goal net tonight for the Grape Pickers.
sporting a powder blue jersey. So we'll start with the Beavers starting lineup. Number 5, Morgan Martin. Number 5. Number 6, Marley Martin. Our spotlight player of the game, number 8, Tenley James. And number 10, Mara Goodwill. Number 11, Ava Weatherby. I believe that's number 13.
Yep.
Allie Simonson. Number 15, Ava Whiteley. In goal tonight, double zeros. That's Lindsay Hasbrook. Number 21, Delaney Nickerson. And number 22, Amy Curtis. And number 23, Mallory Dahlgren. Again, Beavers sporting the pink jerseys, going right to left on the screen with the black shorts. And the visitors from Northeast, the Grape Pickers, in the white jerseys and maroon shorts. And we will go silent for the anthem. Well, there you have it, Steve. We got everything set to go here. And it looks like the Pickers are going to mess me up here. They're going to be going right to left on the screen, and the Beavers going left to right, as they will switch ends of the field here after they already got announced with their lineups. Again, brought to us by J. Gill Plumbing and Heating. And the first half brought to us by Knapp's Butcher Block, as we're ready to get things going with the Fox Family Insurance opening kick. 40 minutes up on the clock, and we'll be set to go here as the Lady Beavers will take the field in those pink jerseys. Hasbrook sprouting the medium purple jersey with the matching shorts.
Medium purple, huh?
Medium purple. It's not powder. It's not powder blue. It's a pastel purple. How about that?
I didn't know you were a color expert. I like it. This is good. Looks like Marley Martin will get the action started for us today. The Fox Family Insurance opening kick.
Tenley James, our spotlight player of the game, starting in the midfield position, it looks like. Slid back to Morgan Martin, and she'll dump it into the northeast end. Beavers looking to corral it there. And we'll work it down the right side for Janes, stolen away by the Pickers inside the 20 as Janes continues to pursue the ball. They work it to the near sideline and out of bounds. Pickers with the throw in down the sideline. Amy Curtis gets to it, plays it to the middle of the field. Pickers get to it. And now Amy plays it back into the middle, all the way inside the 30, as Mara Goodwill down that right side has an open Simmonson's to the middle of the field, but unable to get her the ball, as the Pickers will work it back across midfield. Nickerson with a big boot puts it all the way back into the Pickers' end inside the 20. Goodwill giving chase there. Pickers get a hold of it, move it up to the near side with Nagel all the way into the Beavers' end, and they're going to let it roll out of bounds inside the 25. Curtis with the throw in here. Nagel again knocks it down for the Pickers at the Beavers' 40-yard line, and James kicks it out of bounds back across the 50 at the 45-yard line of the Pickers. Nagel, good throw in down the near sideline. Goes off of Curtis, right to a Picker, trying to settle it. Simonson works her off the ball, and Curtis will play it to the middle of the field, out across the 40. Out to the 45. Pickers will get to it there, but Weatherby plays it across midfield. She gets a return pass and plays it right back into the Pickers' end. Goodwill heads it into the middle of the field. Pickers settle it there, play it back out to the 35. And Nishnik plays it back into the Beavers' end. Nagel will settle it at the 30. Send it down the left wing. I believe that was for Nishnik. No, that was Thompson. It's a shot away, and it goes right to Hasbrook, and she makes a clean catch on the ball to alleviate that attack. And she'll notch her first save of the game. Plays it high in the air, back out to the 40. Coming to the near sideline with Goodwill. Goodwill down the near side, trying to outrace the Picker. Stays with it. Gets it inside the 20. And gets worked off the ball, right back on it again. As Ava Whiteley will send it back to Goodwill in the end zone, but it will go off of Goodwill and over the end line. And that will give a corner or a goal kick to the Pickers. Played back into play by number 12, Ava Alcorn. Out to the 30. Beavers trying to get on it there as Simonson gives chase, but it'll come to Nagel on the near side. Down the sideline it goes, and the Beavers will stop it at the 20. It ricochets off of a Picker, not out of bounds. That should give the Beavers a throw-in on the near side.
Amy Curtis does throw it in up the near sideline. Knocked down by a Picker.
James knocks it out of bounds just about the 50-yard line. We like to call that the Dusty's towing midfield stripe. And the ball will go all the way into Nickerson inside the 20 at the 15. Played high in the air. James will settle it down on the near side. It rolls back across the 50 and out of bounds before Marley Martin can get to it. And it'll be the Pickers with a throw-in on the near side. Nagel down to the 30. Played to the middle of the field. Right to Simonson. She steals it away. Now Morgan Martin will work it back out across the 40, across the 50, up to Goodwill, and has it ricochet off of number 15. That is Natalie Nagel. And the Beavers will have a throw-in on the near side as Tenley James has ball in hand. Nagel picks it out, sends it across midfield. Pickers play it back to the middle of the field. And now they're going to play it back to the defense at their own 45 with Nishnik. And they'll work it down the far hash line, trying to get it in, but Nickerson kicks it to the sideline and will give the Pickers a throw-in about the 15-yard line. Working it to the middle of the field, and Marley Martin knocks it back out across the 15 to the 20. And the Pickers play it back close to the out of bounds, but they'll work it right back into the middle of the field here. Morgan Martin works it to the sideline and can't corral it before it goes out of bounds. Pickers with a quick throw in as they try to sustain some pressure here on the Beavers. Good job there by Weatherby to kick it out of bounds to alleviate the pass from coming to the middle of the field. Pickers again with the throw in on the far side. And we're down to under 35 minutes to go in the half. Crosser coming in and went off the head of number 16, Chloe Nagel, and the header went wide left. Curtis with the throw in for the Beavers on the near side, and they lose it out of bounds about the 25-yard line. Nagel with the throw in here for the Pickers at the 20. James will get it back out to the 30. Pushing it back to the 35, staying with it. Just a persistent nag on the ball there.
Yeah, not giving any space, playing some nice tight defense.
Getting a good loose foot in between the legs of the Picker to keep the ball moving in the right direction up the field towards the Picker's goal, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Nagel. And the Beavers will have another throw in at midfield here. Nice throw in there by Morgan Martin. Gets it into Goodwill as they get inside the 15. And she's not able to save it before it goes out of bounds at the 10. Pickers with the throw in. And Nagel loses a handle on it at the 20. And the Beavers will have the throw in. Tenley Janes to the middle of the field. It ricochets off of Simonson. And again, the Beavers get it ricocheting around it, trying to settle it, get it across to the middle of the field, and the Pickers will get to it. Morgan Martin working in on the ball as well, trying to keep it in the offensive zone. And a good stiff arm there by Foster to work it back out to the 40. To midfield and over. Down the far sideline they go. George with it.
Nickerson steps in front.
Nickerson does a nice job to work her off the ball and get it back across midfield. Weatherby got it worked back across midfield before the Pickers work it right back into the Beavers' end again. Simonson plays it to the far side. Nice sidestep there by Morgan Martin. She'll get it played back into the Pickers' end. And that was Mara Goodwill trying to get in on goal there, but unable to do so. And pushed upfield by Natalie Nagel. Ricochets off of a Beaver out of bounds. She'll get it into the other Nagel, number 16, Chloe. Now Goodwill with it. Looking for a clear to come in, and it goes off of number 11 and over the end line. That was Rachel Scully, and that should give the Beavers a corner kick from the near side.
It's going to be Tenley Janes that sets it up for the Beavers. First one of the day.
Crosser coming in. And the goalie's going to scoop it up and alleviate that attack as the Beavers had an opportunity right on the doorstep. Just couldn't find a way to get it into over the goal line there.
And they got a foot on it, and it hung around in there for a second, but she was able to scoop that up and alleviate that attack.
Pickers play it to the far side at midfield and out of bounds. They say it was deflected off of a Beaver, and the Pickers will throw it in on that far sideline. Dahlgren in good defensive position there. She's working with George. And it goes out of bounds off of George, and the Beavers will have the throw in as Jaworski will come into the ball game for the Beavers. And James will have a seat on the bench for some rest. Dahlgren with a strong throw in on the far side. Ball kind of pinballs around in there. Goes off of Simonson's. Weatherby gets to it, tries to work it down the sideline. It goes out of bounds. Pickers with the throw in here. 30 minutes to go in the half. And that shot blocked off of Weatherby. And the Pickers will have a corner kick opportunity here coming in from the far side.
Looks like that's Thompson over there, setting that up for the Pickers. Wait for her players to get into position.
High crosser coming in. It's going to go by everybody. And the Pickers try to play it back in the middle of the field. Nagel. And the Beavers will get it back out the midfield and over. It'll ricochet off of Goodwill. As Nagel has it, Goodwill steals it off of her. She'll work it inside the 20. Looking for a crosser. Nagel trying to get back in the play, and it rolls out of bounds. And it'll be Pickers' ball as they throw it right back in. Chloe Nagel trying to keep it in the get it out of her end. Plays it out to the 45-yard line. Morgan Martin will play it right back deep in. And out of bounds inside the 5, giving the Pickers another throw in from the near side. Played it into Chloe Nagel. Trying to keep her position against Jaworski. And Jaworski works her off the ball. Marley Martin came through with it, but has it tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Beavers, so Nagel with the throw in for the Pickers.
Thompson has it, passes it to the middle now.
That's Foster with it, number 2 at midfield. Trying to work it down that right sideline. And Dahlgren plays it out of bounds at the 40-yard line. And Pickers with a throw in there to number 1, Van Tassel, to put it back into play. 28 minutes to go. Clock continuing to move here, Steve. We're scoreless as both teams have had some opportunities to put the ball in the net, and the goalies have come up big for their respective teams. Nickerson played it out of bounds. Just not letting that ball get to the middle of the field. Again, Nickerson gets in front of it, plays it out across the 10. Beavers work it out to the 20. All the way back to the 35. Pickers have it there. They'll work into the 30 to the 25. Long shot knocked down by Nickerson at the 5. Simonson will work it back out to the 40. Pickers get on it there, and we'll work it to the near side to Chloe Nagel. She'll work it back to the 40-yard line. Thornton with it. As neither team really been able to sustain control of the ball deep in the opponent's end. And this shot's going to go wide right all the way down into the corner. Dahlgren using her position, and it will go out of bounds.
Must be last touched by a Beaver.
Yeah, it must have went off of...
I don't think she realized that. I didn't either.
So a corner kick for the Pickers here. Opportunity to get on the scoreboard here. Crosser comes in. Jaworski will settle it inside the 10, reverses her field, gets it out to the 15. There's a long shot, and it goes over the top of the net and over the end line. And Lauren Fox will come in for the Beavers. Beavers having a kick from the goal crease upcoming here. 26 minutes to go before the half. Weatherby will have a seat on the bench. Nickerson will put the ball back into play as it'll come all the way out to the 40-yard line. And the Beavers play it to the near side of the field, and getting to it is Jaworski. She'll work it back inside the 20-yard line of the Pickers as they'll work it up the near sideline. Nagel at the 45. Plays it down the left flank all the way inside the Beaver zone to the 5-yard line. Nickerson with it. Plays it back to the middle of the field. Comes to Jaworski at the 35. And a loose ball comes out here to Foster. She'll send it into the wing on the right side, but they lose it out of bounds as George was unable to get to it before it went out of bounds. And that goes off of a Beaver player played there by Van Tassel. And she'll put the ball back into play with a throw-in for the Pickers. Handball called. So a free kick for the Pickers inside the 10, about the 6-yard line on the far right side. Beavers will have to set up a wall here just under 25 minutes before the half.
Yeah, big play right here. Big play for both teams.
I believe that's number 25 taking the free kick. And that's knocked down by Morgan Martin all the way back out to the 15 as Fox gives chase to it. Now Martin will kick it to the far sideline. Fox trying to work down that sideline and back up the field, and she gets rubbed off the ball. The ball goes out of bounds at the 35. Pickers throw it right back in. Dahlgren settles it, puts it back to the middle of the field. Morgan Martin has it ricochet back into her own end. Pickers get to the loose ball as Jaworski will settle it. Again, not able to get it clear. Now Simonson tried to play it to the left flank, and the Pickers work it right back in. Foster with it.
Takes a shot.
And that's going to go wide left over the end line. And a corner kick for the Pickers as the Beavers were the last to touch that. Had it deflect off of them and over the end line. So another corner kick from the near side this time. Thompson will put it into play for the Pickers.
Tenley James checked back into the game, and Jaworski came off. Fresh legs.
Crosser coming. Goes off of Nickerson back out to the 5. There's a shot. Hits the crossbar on the football goal post.
Play still live.
I thought that's considered out of bounds.
I did too, but I didn't hear a whistle there for a while.
Well, the players have stopped, so
yeah.
That is considered out of bounds, and the Beavers will have a kick from the goal crease upcoming. Clock continues to work, though. We're down to 23 minutes before the half as Delaney Nickerson has it teed up in the goal crease. Comes out across to the 40-yard line. Marley Martin tried to play it there, and the Picker's going to play it to the far side. Lauren Fox giving chase, and the Pickers will save it on the far sideline as they try to get around her and work it into the Beavers' end right at the goal line. George with it. And Nickerson with a tackle there will give the Pickers a free kick from inside the end zone. Thompson over there to put it back into play with the free kick.
Yeah, pretty similar to a corner kick, right? More or less in that same location.
Yeah, about
7 yards up maybe.
6 yards up the field. Crosser coming in. Pinballs around a little bit. And Hasbrook wisely comes out, falls on a loose ball, and will alleviate the pressure with 22 minutes to go before the half.
Smart play by Hasbrook. Saw it ping-ponging around and saw enough of that and scooped it up.
All the way out to midfield and over. Whiteley will play it back into the Pickers' end. James trying to get to it, unable to do so. Now Curtis will get it back across midfield. And the Pickers trying to settle it at their 40-yard line. Goodwill with it at the 45, trying to go out wide and able to. And got it there to Fox on the far sideline, but it goes out of bounds off of a Picker, as I believe Van Tassel was there trying to defend. Weatherby will come back in. And that looks like Lauren Fox coming to the sideline. She'll have a seat on the bench. Dahlgren with the throw in for the Beavers. Into the 20. Headed to the middle of the field. Goodwill. Pinballs off of Whiteley. Back out to the 30. Knocked down by Morgan Martin. And the Pickers will get it out wide to Foster. Foster out across the midfield. Still with it. Sends it down the right flank. I believe that's George there. And Nickerson will send it out of bounds inside the 5.
Yeah, wisely does. Gives her defense a chance to catch up and get into position.
Pickers with the throw in on the far side. This first half is just about half over as we have 20 minutes to go before halftime. Dahlgren comes in to help out on the defensive side. Ball will get into Nickerson. She'll play it back out to the 10. Weatherby plays it back out to the 30. Pickers get it there, work it right back into the 20. Van Tassel over to George. Morgan Martin tried to get to that loose ball, unable to do so. Now Dahlgren plays it back out to the 20. Pickers are on it there. They'll play it to the near side to Nagel. Chloe Nagel, nice reverse there. Back into the end zone. Left-footed crosser comes in. It goes off of Curtis and over the end line. And the Pickers will have another corner kick deep in the Beavers' end. Pickers maintaining some pressure here as the Beavers look to get it cleared out of their end. Crosser coming in. Nickerson gets a header on it back out to the 10. Pickers try to put it in to goal there, Nagel, but it's partially blocked by Marley Martin.
Got a chance to push the ball up now.
Down the left flank goes Weatherby. Inside the 20 as she continues to push. Inside the 10. And she'll send a deflected pass. And the Pickers get to it and will play it out of bounds on the far side. About the 10-yard line. Beavers play it in and Van Tassel kicks it right back out of bounds. So the Beavers will have another throw in on the far side as Morgan Martin gets a ball in hand. To the middle of the field. Nagel gets it, plays it down the right flank for Foster over midfield. Dahlgren with a nice knockdown there. Nickerson will get to it, plays it out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Pickers with the throw in. $18 minutes to go before the half. We're still scoreless here. To the middle of the field to Foster. Morgan Martin tried to work her off the ball, but looks like it's going to go over the end line. And that will give the Beavers a kick from the goal crease. Two very evenly matched teams here today, Steve.
Yes, they are. I don't think either team has really a huge advantage over the other so far this game. Beavers got to find a way to keep possession of the ball a little bit more and force the issue some more, just like they're doing right now.
Marley Martin dumped it back to Morgan. Morgan puts it into the Pickers' end inside the 20 now, and they lose it inside the 20, so the Beavers will have a throw in here about the 17-yard line. Morgan throws it in, gets inside the 10. Nagel plays it to the far side, and it'll go out of bounds again. Beavers with another throw in. And they say it was last touched by the Beavers, so the Pickers will get the throw in. They'll work it up the far sideline to the 45-yard line. Thompson with it. Little pestering kick there by Dahlgren gets it back to the Beavers' possession at midfield here. And Morgan Martin will play it up to Marley Martin, or Mar Goodwill, inside the 30, gives way to James at the 25.
Got an open
into the
opportunity
10.
here.
And there's a shot, and it goes in.
Over
the net.
Deflected over top. I thought it did too.
Oh, just over the top of
yes,
the net.
It did. That was a beautiful
nice looking shot there, but a good save by Scully. And the Beavers with a corner kick on the near side as James has it teed up. Crosser coming in. Pickers knock it down. And we'll work it out to the goal line. Beavers work it right back in again, and it's worked back out across the 20 to the 30. Dahlgren, high shot. And coming to the near side, Pickers will settle it and work it up the near sideline. And it nicely played there by Ava Weatherby. And it goes off of a picker, giving the Beavers a throw-in on the near side. Curtis will put it in. James down the right side looking for a crosser. And she'll get it towards there to Whiteley, but there is Scully to scoop it up in the crease and alleviate that Beaver attack. 15 minutes to go before the half as we stay scoreless. Scully plays it out across the 45 to the 50. right to George. And it'll ricochet over to Nagel. James gives a little bit of pestering there as the ball's played back to midfield. And the Pickers will get it into the 40-yard line, played out wide by Foster to Van Tassel. Dahlgren gets to it, plays it back out to the 45. Pickers get to it again, and will stay with it inside the 30. Nicely picked off there by Morgan Martin. Played to the near side for Weatherby, but she's not going to get it before it goes out of bounds at the 50-yard line. Chloe Nagel with it here with the throw-in. Got a little tidbit of information from her coach there before she played it in.
Taking a hard shot there, but quickly back up to her feet.
That was George. Curtis for the Beavers throws it in. Chloe Nagel knocks it down and plays it up the near sideline, and it'll go out of bounds at the 20, giving Curtis another throw in here as they work it up to midfield. And it's kicked out of bounds there by the other Nagel, number 15. That's Natalie Nagel. Beavers with a throw in again. Jaworski will come in as James will have a seat on the bench. Curtis waits for the substitutions to get finalized, and then she'll work it back in with a throw-in. Goes off her head to midfield as Foster will play it there. As she'll wait for some help to come up and passes it back to a midfielder, and they'll play it all the way back into the Beavers' end. Nickerson. And smartly, Hasbrook comes out of the crease and scoops up that loose ball to alleviate that fast break attempt.
And Delaney setting up a little bit of a block there to slow the Pickers down so they couldn't get to it. Smart play.
Marley Martin plays it high in the air. Pickers will settle it at midfield here. Back to the near side, stolen away by Jaworski. She gets into the 40, back to the middle of the field, right to a Picker, and they'll work it right to the near side to Chloe Nagel. Played right back into the Pickers' end. Pickers get to that loose ball, and it'll come to the near side to Nagel. She'll stop it and work it down the near sideline. Nagel into the 20. Nickerson gets to it, plays it back to midfield. Goodwill there. And she'll work it back across midfield, down the far hash, and the Pickers get to the loose ball and play it back to midfield. Again, Pickers get to a loose ball and play it back up. Nickerson plays it up to Jaworski, coming to the near side. And that is Simonson that plays it over midfield momentarily before it's played right back in again. Beavers try to get it into Whiteley into the 25-yard line. Morgan Martin looks to settle it there. Gets it to Curtis. Curtis clears it across midfield. Marley Martin with it. Gives it back to Dahlgren. Dahlgren dumps it into the Pickers' end. Whiteley chasing it on the far side. And not able to save it before it goes out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Down to 11 minutes to go in the half. Thompson on the far side with it. Trying to get around Nickerson. Crosser comes to the middle of the field. All alone in the left wing was Nagel. She didn't see her.
Yeah, facing the other way.
Beavers collapse back on defense as Foster gives chase. Gets it to the middle of the field to Nishnik. And Curtis gets to the loose ball and plays it high in the air. Comes to the near sideline. And Jaworski's going to be able to save it. Back to midfield. And the Pickers play it off of her and out of bounds. Chloe Nagel with the throw in for the Pickers. Nickerson read the play well and will work it back across midfield. Pickers play it back out the midfield. Morgan Martin will settle it up to Jaworski. Back to the middle of the field for Weatherby. Beavers dump it in, and the Pickers will stop it at the 20 and play it right back out again. Again, the Beavers play it back in. Marley Martin. Pickers get to the loose ball as they'll get it across midfield. Dahlgren works it right back into the Pickers' end. Knocked down by Whiteley. Sends it to the far side for Goodwill. Goodwill tries to reverse her field and does. Crosser coming to the middle, and Scully comes out of the net and scoops up the loose ball to alleviate that attack. 9:20 and counting to go in the first half, still scoreless. Scully plays it. Morgan Martin has it ricochet off of her to Weatherby. Comes to the near side to Nagel. Nagel played it up to Nishnik as they will push it into the Beavers' end. And smartly, Nickerson plays it out of bounds on the near side. That'll give the Pickers a throw-in. Chloe Nagel, as we await the substitutions. Number 9 comes in as Van Tassel comes out. That's Hodges comes in for the Pickers.
Janes also came in for the Beavers.
Weatherby will head to the bench for a little bit of a break. And we're back to action with Nagel putting it in. Nickerson reads the play well, but the ball comes right back to Nagel on the near side. Into the 5. Crosser coming in. Hasbrook sticks it out of the air and alleviates the pressure.
She's been reading everything nice today. Has a good eye on the ball right from the shot, and it's making some nice plays out there.
Knocked down at the 35. Pickers had a chance to get to it, but Dahlgren plays it back out across the 40 and out of bounds at the 45 before the Beavers could get to it. Pickers played in that far sideline. They got around Dahlgren. Nice job there by Hasbrook to knock that crosser down and then corral the rebound before the Picker could get to it. Was that Foster or George in down there? That was George, number 3. Played out to Nagel here. She'll play it over to Foster. Foster will settle it. Lauren Fox giving chase to it, along with Jaworski. Pickers will play it to the near side to Nagel. To the middle of the field. Simmonsons will dump it back across midfield. Jaworski sends it to the middle of the field. And the Pickers come up in the defense. I believe that was number 11.
Sure was.
Scully, Rachel Scully with a nice defense there.
Marley gets shoved to the ground. Back to her feet, though. Still playing hard.
George with it in the middle of the field. Simonson gets to it before anybody else can. Right back to George here. Pickers with it at the 35, play it back. And it'll go all the way to Scully again, and play it right back into the Beavers' end. Curtis plays it back out the midfield. Jaworski on the near side, reverses her field, stays with it, and she gets rubbed off the ball there by Thornton.
Morgan Martin sends it deep into Picker territory, picked up by Fox.
Jaworski down the right flank. Still working with it. And smartly played out of bounds by number 13, Thornton. Beavers with a throw-in inside the 10. Janes with ball in hand. And again, played out of bounds, so another throw-in. We'll repeat and do it again. Out to Morgan Martin at the 15. Beavers trying to settle it. Janes with a long shot. Lands in front of the goal, keeps Scully, and she'll scoop up the loose ball and alleviate that pressure. As everybody will peel up upfield. Scully plays it high in the air. Long kick all the way out at the 50. Nickerson plays it right back. Simonson will settle it and down the left flank. Ball comes right to Janes at midfield. She'll settle it. Gets it by 1, staying with it. Jaworski unable to get through. It's stolen away by Nishnik. over to Foster. And Foster dumps it into the Beavers' end, and it's going to go out of bounds about the 20-yard line. Stolen away by the Pickers at the 40. Beavers look to steal it back and do. Pickers get to the loose ball, dump it into the Beavers' end, and it'll come to James on the near side at the 40. To Jaworski down the near sideline. Pickers with it. Nagel tries to reverse her field, and Jaworski is right there with her, trying to get her off the ball, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jaworski. And we're going to have substitutes as Van Tassel comes back into the game for the Pickers, along with number 31, Wilkinson. And it looks like number 3, George, is out, along with number 11.
And that ball was out off of Van Tassel's foot. Curtis with a throw-in.
I'll play it to midfield and over. Thompson with it. Down the near hash and through as Nickerson gives chase. And it looks like it's going to go over the sideline out of bounds. Nice job there by Nickerson not to give up the corner kick, but they'll give up the throw-in deep in their own end. Nagel with ball in hand. High in the air, Curtis knocks it back towards the sideline. And the Pickers play it out of bounds off of Van Tassel. Under 3 minutes to go in the half. Curtis with a throw-in. Pickers will knock it down at the 20, play it to the middle of the field. Foster with it, trying to get free, finds Nagel in the left corner. She'll send a shot in, and Hasbrook snares that one out of the air. And that will alleviate the pressure with 2.5 minutes to go in the half. Hasbrook plays it high in the air, all the way out to the 45-yard line. Fox will send it over midfield. Pickers get to the loose ball and send it to the far sideline. Marley Martin will settle it there, staying with it. Plays it back to Morgan. Morgan Martin plays it down the left flank, nobody there, as the Pickers will just stop it at the 30 and send it back into the Beavers' end. All the way to Nickerson. And Nickerson will play it to the midfield and out of bounds on the near side. 1:45 to go in the half. Chloe Nagel with a throw-in at midfield. Looking to set something up late here. Curtis gets the ball, plays it back up to the 40. Morgan Martin plays it back into the Pickers' end. Mara Goodwill looking to come to the middle of the field and gets rubbed off the ball by Nagel, and she'll play it out of bounds at the 25-yard line. James for the Beavers with a throw-in. Goes off a Nagel at the 20-yard line. Another throw-in for the Beavers. Thrown into the 10. Played back to the 25. Stolen away by the Pickers. They'll get it out to Van Tassel at the 40. Across midfield. And Curtis gets back there for the Beavers to James. James has it worked off of her. And it'll get into Nickerson. Nickerson will just drive it out to the 40 and out of bounds.
Speaking of that, 40 seconds to go in the half.
Curtis plays it out of bounds at the 20. Again, Pickers with a throw-in. Nagel gets it up there, but Nickerson is there. And she'll softly play it back to herself out across the 30, the 35, and she'll dump it back across midfield. Pickers bounce it out of bounds at midfield. 20 seconds to go before the half. Beavers with the throw-in. Morgan Martin comes to the near side. And again, Pickers work it out of bounds at the 30. And that looks like it's going to do it for the half. And James comes up, try to get it in before the end of the half. And unable to do so, Steve. And we are scoreless after one half of play. And we're going to take a bit of a commercial break here and be back with the Humes Ford of Corry halftime report in just a little bit. Be back right after this.
Vern's Garage is your local one-stop shop for all your auto repair needs. Family owned and operated in Corry for over 50 years, Vern's offers general auto repair, Piaa inspection, emission testing, and front-end alignments. Vern's is located at 10460 Route 426 in Corry. Give them a call today to schedule your auto repair at 814-664-9446. Vern's Garage, your local one-stop shop for all your auto repair needs. Since 1968, UTEG's Body Shop has been Corry's leader in offering complete collision and refinishing services, including unitized frame alignment. Located at 633 East Smith Street in Corry, UTEG's is a family-owned business that offers free estimates, insurance company assistance, lifetime warranty, automotive glass replacement, and paintless dent repair. UTEG's would like to thank all of their customers and welcome the new ones. To schedule your appointment today, call UTEG's Body Shop at 814-663-2562. Thank you for choosing UTEG's as your selected auto body repair facility.
Hi, this is Bob Brown from Corry Snap Fitness and our new facility. Hey, as summer is winding down and fall is coming around the corner, come in and check out all of our new equipment and fitness packages that we have here at Snap Fitness. Don't forget that we also have tanning, we have a walking track, and it's for beginners to the most advanced. We have it all. Come and see us at Corry Snap Fitness. My name is Bob Brown, and I'm the owner.
Need a reliable contractor? Sawyer Builders General Contracting is your local expert. Sawyer Builders handles new construction, remodels, garages, roofing, and more. Quality work, on time, and within budget. Call Talon today at 814-462-4628. Sawyer Builders. Let's build your dream together.
Welcome to Salt Church. We have been in existence for 16 years already, and the main purpose of even having this kind of a experience with everyone is to really dive into the Word. We serve, we anoint, we live, and we train people to just be open to what God is doing in our lives. You are welcome here at Salt Church. We have services Sunday morning at 10:30 here in the sanctuary, but we also have breakfast at 9 o'clock and discipleship training in between the two. So it's a really happening place here on Sunday mornings. We also have life groups, men's groups, women's groups, youth groups, worship stuff. We have all sorts of things for the whole family. Come check us out. We'd love to see you.
We're insurance agents. Of course, we're going to ask you about all the residents of your household, including Granny, who doesn't drive your car. We're insurance agents. Of course, we're going to send you that ID card that you asked for while we were shopping at the grocery store. We're insurance agents. Of course, we drive around the neighborhoods looking at everybody's roofs and commenting on the trees that are going to fall in your neighbor's house. We're insurance agents. Of course, we ask you about your dog and what type of breed they are, and we listen to stories about how they only bit the mailman that one time. We're insurance agents. Of course, we're going to walk around your house and take pictures all sides, and then we're going to talk to you about installing a railing on your steps. We're insurance agents. Of course, we put road service on your policy, but we don't put it on our own. We're insurance agents. Of course, we got boots on our back seat. We've got files galore. We've got paperwork. We've got a measuring tape, and we got briefcases. We're Team Rosbeck, and we're here to protect your family and your assets that you've accumulated all your life. That's why we're here to work hard for you. PS Personal Service.
Hey, welcome to Peace Beat. I'm Erin.
And I'm Missy.
And we want you to feel comfortable.
In your own skin.
And we want you to feel like you belong
Here.
here. We have a little bit of everything for pretty much everyone. If you're a husband, we have a husband chair. If you're extra smallish, 2, 3X-ish, we've got you. Don't know how to dress your body? We've got you. Basically the concept is you belong here and we've got you. Monday through Saturday. Monday through Friday, 10:30 to 5:30, except for Wednesdays, open till 8, and Saturday, 10 to 2. Not Sunday, take a break. I hope you come, check us out, it'll be worth your time.
When it comes to asphalt paving services, P2 Paving is second to none. They not only provide high quality and reliable asphalt work, but they also aim to provide their customers with the best level of service possible. Serving all of northwestern Pennsylvania, P2 Paving is the source for your asphalt paving and sealing needs. Whether it's a small home driveway or a large commercial complex, P2 Paving can handle any job. Give them a call today at 814-665-5190 or visit them online at www.p2pavingco.net. Let P2 pave for you. Lake Erie Appliance is located at 4960 Iroquois Avenue in Erie. They offer great deals on scratch and dent models with a 1-year warranty. Items like washers, dryers, both gas and electric, refrigerators, chest freezers, stoves and ranges, and microwaves. Appliances from top brand names like Samsung, Maytag, Kenmore, General Electric, LG, and Whirlpool. Buy a used or refurbished unit with a 90-day warranty. Open Mondays from 9 to 3, Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Give them a call today at 814-528-7072 or check them out at Facebook at Lake Erie Appliances, LLC. Knapp's Butcher Block, located at 11523 Route 6 in Corry, offers custom processing for beef, pork, and lamb. You can purchase individual cuts of your choice of meat and hamburger, or stock up. Fill your freezer by purchasing half or whole cows or hogs, both grass and grain-fed. For more information, pricing, and availability, give Knapp's Butcher Block a call today, 814-964-0225. Butcher Block also offering deer processing from now to the end of deer season. K&E Surveyors, located in Corry, PA, provides professional land surveying. Licensed and insured in Pennsylvania and New York, they offer surveying services for small lot, large boundaries, subdivisions, site planning, topographic surveys, and elevation certificates. For a free estimate, call Scott Johnson today at 814-873-9333 or by email at srjohnson.pls@gmail.com.
Are you tired of your car's heating and air conditioning not working, especially in this crazy Pennsylvania climate? Give us a call, 814-664-9602, or stop on down to Jim's Automotive at 13250 Route 6. Let us get the parts and tools you need to get it repaired. Don't forget, we have gas, diesel, off-road diesel, kerosene, non-ethanol, and propane. Get it all in one stop.
Thank you for your business.
Around every corner, there's a Napa here to keep you moving. Backed by a nationwide network of nearly 6,000 auto parts stores and over 17,000 auto care centers nationwide, Napa has the products, people, and knowledge you need to find the automotive solutions you've been searching for.
Stop by your locally owned Napa Auto Parts store today. J.H. Napa Auto Parts, 955 North Center Street in Corry, 85 Waterford Street in Union City, and 12661 Route 19 in Waterford.
Grab your quarters and get ready to level up. On Saturday, October 12th, join the Erie Otters as we kick it back old school to the arcade days for Retro Game Night. With Wreck-It Windsor in town, the Super Auto Brothers will look to claim the high score in a winning effort.
Let's go! Yahoo!
And don't miss your chance to win a player-signed retro gaming console. Get retro with the Otters on October 12th. Get your tickets now on ottershockey.com.
And welcome back here to Howard Sheen Field. I'm Dewey Hurd. Alongside me is Stephen Mountain. We're here with the Deej Experience Sports Stream and the Humes Ford halftime report. Humes Ford of Corry. No scoring in the first half, Steve. Both teams had a bunch of chances, but neither team able to capitalize them. And we are ready to start the second half, brought to us by Epiphany's Emporium and Painted Finch. And it will be the Fox Family Insurance opening kick here as the Pickers will have it. And they will be going left to right on the screen, and the Beavers right to left. As we're underway here in the second half, Weatherby plays it up to Whiteley. Whiteley tried to dump it back into her on the return pass, but it comes to the near side. Pickers get it back out to the 30. Dahlgren plays it up to midfield. And Marley Martin will play it to the far side, stolen by the Pickers there. Play it back in the middle of the field. Morgan Martin plays it back out close to the 50. Goodwill giving chase to it. And the Pickers play it out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Right back into play down that far sideline and out of bounds. So the Pickers will get the throw in about the 35-yard line.
Throws it up right down the far sideline, headed up by the Beavers. Morgan Martin plays it forward, looking to get it to Whiteley.
Pickers with it on the far side. Ricochets out of bounds off of a Beaver. Pickers again with a throw-in, knocked down by the Beavers. Morgan Martin gets to it as they play it on the far side, unable to get it very far. Morgan finally gets it back out across the 40. Pickers get to the loose ball and push it right back in to the 35. Off of Morgan and back out to midfield, knocked down there by the Pickers. That's Thornton. But she loses control of it. The Beavers play it back in, and the Pickers play it out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Beavers with a throw-in. Trying to get it inside the 20, and they do at the 15-10 and out of bounds. And it looks like the Pickers will have the throw-in on the far side there. They'll play it on the far sideline. Comes to the middle of the field at the 30. Rolls out across to the 40. Morgan Martin plays it back in, but right to Van Tassel. Van Tassel will dump it into the Beavers' end, and it'll go by Dahlgren all the way down inside the 10-yard line and out of bounds. And Dahlgren will put it back into play. Goes off of Van Tassel at the 30. Comes back out to the 40. Played to the middle of the field. Morgan Martin will dump it back into the Pickers' end. And it'll ricochet back across midfield. I believe that was James playing it back into the Pickers' end inside 10. It'll roll into the end zone. And they'll settle it there. Weatherby plays it to the middle of the field, gets a return pass, and unable to get a shot away, but it'll come to the near sideline and out of bounds. So the Beavers will get a throw in about the 15-yard line. As the Pickers unable to clear the zone here. Finally, a loose ball is gotten to by the Pickers, played out across the 30. As Curtis will come in at the 40 and dump it back into inside the 10. Goodwill at the 5. Played it out across the 20 to the 25. And the Pickers were there. I believe that was Foster. Played it to the near side and out of bounds. Dahlgren up at the 40 to put it back into play for the Beavers. Marley Martin at the 20, working to the middle of the field. Tried to get it in there to Goodwill. Gets inside the 10. Pickers get on the loose ball and will play it out of bounds on the far side at the 20-yard line. 36 minutes to go in the game. We're scoreless. Beavers with a throw-in on the far side. Down into the end zone. Pickers will get it back out to the 15, played right back in again, and Scully will come out of the crease and scoop up that loose ball to alleviate that pressure. She'll wait for her players to get up the field before she free kicks it back into play. High in the air, kind of short, will land at the 35. And the Pickers try to settle it there. Weatherby puts it right back into the 20. Goodwill giving chase. Nagel with it inside her own end zone there. We'll slide it back to a defender. Return pass is wide and goes out of bounds about the 10-yard line. Beavers with the throw-in. Kicked out to the 10. Pickers play it out across the 30 to the 35. Dahlgren giving defense there as the Pickers will play it out the midfield. Curtis plays it back in to Van Tassel. Van Tassel to the middle of the field. Ricochets off of Morgan. Martin goes to the far side. James will settle it, comes into the 20 and try to loop one in there. Pickers will head it back out, knocked down at the 10. Comes to the near side. Beavers get on the ball. We'll play it back to the 20 to Morgan. Morgan dumps it in and is kicked back out to the 30. Simonson settles it at the 25. High floater coming in, and it goes off of a header, and it'll go over the end line. And that will give the Beavers a corner kick from the near side.
Here's another one of those opportunities. They're coming few and far between tonight. So here's a golden chance for the Beavers.
James will set it up from the near corner as we get 34 minutes left to go in the ball game. Beavers have the play set in the crease, and that's wide left of the net, and that will give the Pickers a kick from the goal crease. As Ava Alcorn will put it back into play for the Pickers. Played to the near side to Van Tassel, and she can't find the handle on it. It'll go out of bounds. And the Beavers with a throw-in on the near side. Dahlgren with ball in hand. Again, played out of bounds immediately by Van Tassel inside the 15. Beavers with yet another throw-in here. Trying to get to the loose ball, unable to do so. Simonson plays it back in from the 25. And it looks like that was Foster that played it to the far side and out of bounds. So Beavers with a throw-in on the far side now. 33 minutes to go in the game. Inside the 5. And played out of bounds again by the Pickers at the 10.
I think she lost her glasses there or something. Looked like she put glasses back on. Not sure what that was, but.
Well, it was an official timeout to allow her to get her glasses back.
Yep.
Pickers with it on the far side. Try to play it back, and it goes off of James and out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. Pickers with a throw-in now. And they'll try to work it down the far sideline out to the 45-yard line and dump it back into the Beavers' end. Opportunity there, George, but good job by Dahlgren to keep her position and force her out wide, and she lost it out of bounds. And Dahlgren puts it back up to Marley Martin to the middle to the 40-yard line. Pickers get the ball there, and will dump it back in. Curtis plays it high in the air out to midfield and over. Mara Goodwill with it there as she looks to get the corner. Has it ricochet off of the defender, and the Beavers dump it into the Pickers' end about the 30-yard line. And they kick it out of bounds at the 40. Beavers with a throw-in. Beavers applying some more pressure here. They'll get inside the 20 to the 15, long shot, and Scully with an easy save right in front of the goal crease to alleviate that attack. She'll wait for her teammates to get upfield a little bit before she puts this one back into play. Simonson tries to knock it down at the 45. It goes out of bounds at the 40. Pickers with a throw-in, get it into the 20. Played back to the 30. Good field reversal there by Foster. Getting it to, is that Nagel on the far side?
Sure is.
Number
Chloe.
16. Get it to the middle of the field. Nickerson knocks it down. Curtis tried to clear and partially whiffed on it.
Here's George has it right here close by. Dangerous territory for the Beavers. Here's a shot high and wide of everything.
Very high. And I believe that was number 2, Foster, with the shot. Well, that will give the Beavers a kick from the goal crease as Nickerson has it teed up. 30 minutes in regulation to decide this one as the Pickers get it knocked down and Nickerson plays it back out to the 30-yard line. Weatherby tried to steal it away there. Pickers push it right back in again. Simonson's unable to play it. It comes to Curtis. She'll play it back out across the 40. Pickers on it there with Van Tassel playing it back to the defense. They'll play it to the far side of the field and keep it from going out of bounds. And work it back in to George at the 30. To the 25, to the 20. Passed it into Van Tassel. Dahlgren collapses on her, gets her off the ball, and the ball goes back out across the 40. Nishnik goes wide to the left side. Still with it, hands it off. Crossed her to the middle of the field. Nickerson just bulls her way in there and plays it back out to the 40. Whiteley trying to get it settled at midfield, unable to do so. And Marla Goodwill trying to go down the far sideline, but it goes out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Pickers with the throw in there. And we're going to have a little stoppage as Jaworski and Fox will come back into the ball game for the Beavers, as Weatherby and James will have a seat on the bench. And also substitution for the Pickers. George comes out. And number 9 was Hodges comes back in. Ball comes to the near side of the field inside the 30. And out of bounds at the 25. Beavers with a throw-in. 28 minutes to go in regulation. Van Tassel plays it out at the 40. Beavers again with an inbounds pass. And it's played out of bounds again off of a picker that time, number 13, Thornton. And again, the Beavers with a throw-in. Pickers get to the loose ball and knock it
close to the sideline, almost out of bounds, but
Whiteley plays it back to the middle of the field. Goodwill trying to keep it in the zone and does.
So to Jaworski, plays it back into Marley. Marley Martin pushes it up, getting it to Goodwill near the end zone, chasing after it. You're going to try and save it over the end line, and she does. And the Pickers will play it over out of bounds. That'll be a throw-in for the Beavers.
Nice little defensive play there by the Pickers to not give up the end line, but they're able to get it over the sideline. Beavers get the throw-in as they try to continue to keep it pinned in the Pickers' end. Nickerson will come up from the defense and keep it in all the way to the 25, and that shot goes wide left of the goal, and that will give the Pickers a kick from the goal crease. Nickerson saw an opportunity and took it, but the shot was well wide left. Yes, the Pickers will have a kick from the goal crease here as we come up on 26 minutes to go in regulation.
Yeah, doing something aggressive, try and break in this 0-0 tie. There's Nickerson again, puts it into play for the Beavers.
Whiteley to the far flank to Goodwill. Goodwill unable to play it, but she'll kick it out of bounds. And that will give the Pickers a throw-in on the far sideline. Definitely sweatshirt weather tonight, Steve. It is rather nippy out there.
Yeah, sweatshirt and or blanket. I should see some blankets out there from Beaver Nation. It's chilly. Marley Martin playing it up the far sideline, knocked out of bounds by the Pickers. She'll have the throw in right from the 25-yard line. Puts it into Goodwill, who heads it up.
Beavers put it inside the 5-yard line. Trying to get it to the middle of the field. Pickers will get to it. Beavers get to another loose ball there. Comes out to Morgan Martin as she puts it over the end line wide left of the net. Pickers with a kick from the goal crease. Just under 25 minutes to go in regulation. Alcorn gets it out to the 30. Dahlgren plays it back into the middle of the field at the 30-yard line. Marley Martin and a Picker there playing catch with it with a couple of headers back and forth there. As Foster gets across close to midfield before the Beavers get it off of her. And look to get inside the 40 down that far sideline. Pickers play it right back to the 35. Beavers dump it right back in again. It ricochets back out to the 20. Both teams trying to settle the ball here as it comes to Goodwill on the left hash. She'll reverse her field and get a shot away. As Scully will knock it down right at the end line. As that shot was just a little bit wide right. But she didn't want to make any error in it and corrals it. She'll put it back into play here. Tackle against the Beavers was whistled down there, so a free kick for the Pickers as it comes out to about the 30-yard line. Alcorn with the free kick. Played in by Fox. Van Tassel. Marley Martin working it on the far side. She gets rubbed off the ball, and the Pickers play it out of bounds at midfield. Beavers dump it back inside the 35. And losing a handle on it right there. Pickers with the throw-in on the far side of the field. And we see George coming back into the game for the Pickers as they will rotate players in and out. I believe that's number 25 coming out, Thompson. Played out of bounds on the far side by the Pickers. Beavers with the throw-in. Into the 25, trying to come to the back of the middle of the field. Pickers work it to the 40-yard line. Out across to Fox. She knocks it back to the middle of the field. Pickers working across midfield to Van Tassel. Van Tassel loses it out of bounds. As Janes and Weatherby are going to come back into the ball game. Fox will come out along with Jaworski. Beavers with a throw-in on the near side. Dahlgren trying to get it to Weatherby. Weatherby chasing it down at the 30. Still with it inside the 20 to the 10, and she's going to lose it over the end line. Or was it whistled out of bounds? It was whistled out of bounds at the 15. Pickers with the throw-in on the near side. Simonson's giving chase to it there. Morgan Martin has it ricochet back to the 45. As Foster will play with it there at the 45. Got it into Beaver territory. Played right back by the Beavers. Down the right side. Whiteley giving chase to it. Pickers slow it down and knock it back out to the 20. Comes back out to the 30. Foster with it, plays it to the middle of the field. All the way across the field to Van Tassel. Across midfield to Nagel. Back to the middle of the field. Morgan Martin will play it back into the Pickers' end. And they're going to have to regroup here. As Thornton plays it to the far side. Pickers still with it. They'll come down that far sideline across midfield, and it was whistled out of bounds, and the Beavers with a throw in at midfield. Down the sideline. And out of bounds, so the Pickers will get the throw in about the 20-yard line. 20 minutes to go in regulation as Thompson comes back into the ball game for the Pickers. And I believe this is Foster coming out.
Yes, it is.
George with it at midfield. And it goes off of her and out of bounds. Beavers with a throw in on the far side. And the Pickers using that sideline to keep it from getting into their end. They lose it out of bounds again. Beavers with another throw in at the 40. Continuing to try to go down that sideline. This time the Beavers lose it out of bounds. And the Pickers will get the throw in. 19 minutes to go in regulation.
And that throw in is out of bounds. Temley James will have a throw. It's like there's a magnet over there, and it's just, the ball's just stuck on that sideline, Dewey.
Played out of the air by the Pickers. Morgan Martin will try to settle it at the 15. Ball's loose inside the 10. And finally, the Pickers get to it and play it over the sideline out of bounds inside the end zone. Beavers with yet another throw in on the far side of the field, as it looked like number 31, Wilkinson's ready to come into the ball game the next time that the Pickers get a throw in. Ball inside the end zone. That's played over the end line, and that will be a corner kick for the Beavers coming in from the far side. Opportunity here. James has it teed up in the corner. Crosser coming in. And knocked back out at the goal line. James kind of whiffs on that one. Has it ricochet, and the Pickers get to it. Played out across the 30. Beavers dump it back in. Morgan Martin knocks it down at the 15, returns it into the goal keep, and Scully scoops it up, and it leaves the 8 the pressure. Played out to the 35. Simonson plays it back in for the Beavers. Marley Martin giving chase to it at the 30. Played right back to her at the 30. Finally dumped in at the 15. Mar Goodwill trying to get it off of the defense, and the Picker's going to play it to the near side and out of bounds at the 5.
Yeah, it was Scully that played it out, Rachel Scully.
Hard tackle there by Morgan Martin. Will give the Pickers a free kick from the 20-yard line. That should be a free kick, not a throw-in. As she puts it down where the foul was committed. Just under 17 minutes to go in the ball game. Alcorn plays it across midfield. Morgan Martin will knock it down. It ricochets off of a Picker at the 45-yard line. Dahlgren tries to get it cleared, unable to do so. Morgan on it. Gives Dahlgren another opportunity. Comes right back to Morgan. Across midfield, all the way to the 40-yard line. Alcorn will play it on the far side. And it's going to go out of bounds at the Beavers' 20-yard line. And here comes Lauren Fox back into the ball game for the Beavers. As George comes back in. Foster comes back in for the Pickers, along with number 31, Wilkinson. And coming out for the Pickers is Nishnik and Thompson. No, number 13. Thornton. Beavers with a throw into Goodwill. Goodwill trying to send it down to Whiteley there. And it's played out of bounds by the Pickers at the 30-yard line. Beavers with the throw in. On the far sideline. And again, the Pickers play it back out to the 25-yard line. Bouncing around there. Pinballs Morgan Martin. It'll come to Weatherby inside the 15. She'll stop it. Has it worked off of her. As Van Tassel will get it back out to the 40-yard line to Nagel. And played up here and out of bounds on the near sideline. Beavers with a throw in at their own 35. All the way to Alcorn at her own 35. Played back into the middle of the field. Nickerson will knock it down. Simonson's giving chase at the 40. Ricochets to Curtis. Curtis across midfield. And the Pickers play it out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Coming up on 14 minutes to go in regulation. Kicked out of bounds again at the 15 by the Pickers. Thrown right back in by the Beavers. Comes to the middle of the field. Weatherby at the 15. Played it back. Morgan Martin has it ricochet off of a Picker. Van Tassel goes into Weatherby inside the 10. Pickers get it back out there to 35 to Nagel. Dahlgren works it right back in to Morgan Martin at the 25. She takes a swat at it, gets it inside to the 10. Pickers get it back out to the 15. All the way across to the 40. Dahlgren pushes it right back in again. And it comes in a near sideline. Weatherby lets it go out of bounds off of Van Tassel as Dahlgren will come in with the throw in for the Beavers. Into the 10. Played high in the air. Pickers will settle it. Out to the 15. Nobody can seem to get a foot on it. And the Pickers will play it to the far side by number 9, Hodges. And the Beavers with a throw in on the far side. Right back in again in the end zone. Trying to get it settled, and it goes out of bounds again. Beavers with yet another throw in deep in the end zone. They'll work it inside the 10 there. Back out to the 20. Simonson's plays it back in, and it'll go over.
It was deflected off of a Picker, I believe. So Beavers are going to have a corner kick.
Corner kick from the far side. Just under 13 minutes to go in regulation. James has it teed up. Pinballs in around. They'll settle it at the far side. Trying to get a shot away.
Deflects off of a Picker, and the Beavers will have another corner kick for Janes. Keep getting these opportunities. Something good will happen eventually.
Here comes a crosser high in the air. Knocked over the top of the goal and off the over the end line.
Off the head of a Picker. So it'll be another corner kick. Third time's a charm, Dewey.
Pickers will play it back out to the 10. Beavers giving chase, keeping it in the zone. Pickers will come away with it at the 25. Stolen back by the Beavers. Morgan Martin works it inside the 20 and loses it, but the Pickers kick it out of bounds at the 25. Beavers with a throw-in. And it goes off of a Beaver out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Pickers with a throw-in now, as we come up on 11 minutes to go in the ball game. And now the Pickers will send Nishnik back into the ball game. And Wilkinson will have a seat back on the bench. Pickers with the ball. Just under 11 minutes to go in regulation. Pickers unable to clear it, and they lose it out of bounds at the 15. Beavers with the throw in now. And the Beavers unable to save it. It goes out of bounds. Pickers with the throw in. Inside the 5. Out across the 20. As they'll try to work it in, but it goes off of a head of a Picker and out of bounds. Beavers with a throw in at right around the 5. Trying to work it into the middle of the field. Was that Fox trying to get the shot away?
It was, yeah. She got tripped up a little bit, but
Scully scoops the ball up for the Pickers and will play it back out to the 40-yard line. Simonsons will dump it right back in. Goodwill with a shot, and it's going to go wide left of the net. And that will give Scully another kick from the goal crease. Looks like Alcorn will put it down and put it back into play.
it's about that time where the intensity starts to ramp up, Dewey. Last 10 minutes of the game, what do you got?
Thornton back into the game for the Pickers as Wilkinson will come to the bench. The last couple of minutes have been played in the Pickers' end as the Beavers have applied some constant pressure here for the last 4 or 5 minutes. Ball is played on the near side by the Pickers, and they just kick it out of bounds at the 30-yard line, giving the Beavers a throw-in. Dahlgren in quickly, trying to get it back into the middle of the field. Simonson giving chase against Foster. She'll work her off the ball. Tenley Janes loses control of it inside the 25. Pickers will come away with it. Out across the 40. And they're going to play it back to Foster at the 30. She'll reverse her field and look to get upfield. And gets to the 40-yard line. Ball will ricochet across midfield. Fox will work it back across. George and the Pickers get across the 40-yard line, but they lose it out of bounds at the 35, giving the Beavers a throw-in as they'll work it down the far sideline there. It goes to Mara Goodwill at the 25. She'll look to get the corner, coming back to the middle of the field. Got by a couple of Pickers there, but not able to get by a third. And the Pickers will work it back out to the 20-yard line, to the 25. Foster out across to the 40. And they lose it out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Beavers will get the throw in. Just under 8 minutes in regulation. Weatherby down the near side, loses it out of bounds. Pickers with the throw in about the 40-yard line. Alcorn will give way to Nagel for the throw in at the 40. Knocked out of bounds by Dahlgren at the 40-yard line. Nagel with a throw in again for the Pickers. Nickerson plays it back up, but out of bounds at the 30. Pickers again with a throw in. And Nickerson again plays it high in the air and out of bounds about the 25-yard line. So Nagel with a throw in again for the Pickers, as the Pickers are starting to apply pressure. Comes the Van Tassel to the middle of the field. Fox will get it knocked to the far side out across the 25. She gives chase to it there, tries to reverse her field with it, but loses the ball. Pickers down the far sideline inside the 10. Crosser coming in, and it's kicked wide right of the net. Hasbrook was tracking it the whole way. And over the end line, giving the Beavers a kick from the goal crease. 6:35 with the clock continuing to run here, Steve, and we're still scoreless.
Still scoreless. Both teams giving their best efforts out there.
Nickerson has it teed up in the crease. She'll drive it out to the 35. Pickers try to settle it there. Morgan
Martin comes away with it.
Trying to cross it into the middle of the field, unable to do so. Pickers try to settle it at the 20. Marley Martin with it. Gets tripped up at the 5, and that should be a free kick as it's whistled down there at the 5. I believe that was inside the box. This will be a penalty kick.
Well, here you go. Here's your golden opportunity of the day.
So tackled inside the box.
Mano y mano, Dewey.
Marley Martin with an opportunity here.
Gives way to Nickerson.
Nickerson will get the penalty kick here. 5:35 to go in regulation. Here it comes, and it's in the back top right corner. It's a goal for the Beavers.
Nixon breaks the tie. 5:35 left to go in the game. That's what you're talking about, Dewey, taking advantage of those opportunities when you get them.
5:35. Ball will come back out the midfield, and the Pickers will get the Fox Family Insurance kickoff here to get it back into play.
It's got to feel good for Nickerson, too. She's usually on the defensive end, probably doesn't score most of the goals, one of the unsung heroes of the team. So,
Pickers with it at the 35-yard line over to Van Tassel. They'll work it to the near side and lose it out of bounds. Beavers with the throw-in. Unless they call the free kick.
Yeah, they did.
They could call a tackle in the middle of the field at the 31-yard line. Pickers will tee it up at the 30. 5 minutes to go. Beavers with a 1-0 lead here. Pickers are applying some pressure. What a nice play there by Morgan Martin to knock it down. And the Beavers will play it into the right wing. Whiteley at the 40. Dumps it into the Pickers' end. Goodwill giving chase. And she loses it out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Pickers with the throw-in. To midfield. Curtis comes up. Ball ricochets. Beavers work it into the 40. Pickers knock it down, comes to the middle of the field. All the way across the Van Tassel. She'll dump it up to Foster. Dahlgren has it go off of her and comes to the near side as George lets it go out of bounds. Van Tassel to throw in for the Pickers at the 40. Weatherby knocks it down at the 25 and out of bounds. Pickers again with a throw-in. As they try to get it into George inside the end zone. Dahlgren giving good defense there, keeping her pinned in against the sideline. And the Beavers play it out to about the 10 and out of bounds. Pickers with another throw-in. Coming up on 3.5 to go in the ball game.
That's over the end line. And that's going to be a corner kick here for the Pickers.
Just what the Pickers were looking for.
That's Foster that sets it up.
Foster has it teed up in the near corner. Crosser coming. It'll skate all the way to the far side. Nagel trying to settle it there, unable to do so. Beavers will steal away with it at the 20. Out across the 30. They'll dump it across midfield. Pickers will dump it right back in again. Goes to the far sideline. Pickers keep it in bounds. And Nagel has it ricochet. She lost it out of bounds. Beavers with the throw-in as they'll work it down the far sideline and out of bounds. Pickers with the throw-in with 2:40 to go in the ball game. Throwing in at the 10 to midfield. Nickerson knocks it down at the 15. Foster with it, trying to come back to the middle of the field. Curtis comes up, knocks it out of bounds at the 30. Last touch by the Pickers. As the Beavers should get the throw in, but the Pickers had the ball and throw it back into play. The far official was saying it was going the other way.
Yeah, that was weird.
And again, the Pickers with the throw in on the far side, coming to the 20-yard line. There's a long shot and over the end line. That will give the Beavers a kick from the goal crease with 2 minutes to go. Nickerson puts it down. She'll walk it over to the upper right-hand corner of the crease.
Taking her time, no need to rush it.
1:45 to go now. Nickerson drives it out across the 35. Nagel bounces it off a Beaver out of bounds, giving the Pickers another throw-in. Beavers knock it down at the 25, played back into the middle of the field. Weatherby out across midfield, inside the 40. And the Pickers play it to the near side. And out of bounds, Van Tassel can't keep it in bounds.
She almost got there in time, just a step too late.
Weatherby, with 1:12 to go, will give way to Dahlgren. Dahlgren to throw in inside the 45-yard line. Weatherby loses it as Fox gives chase, gets it to the middle of the field to Marley Martin. Marley Martin will turn and fire it inside the 35. Pickers out across the 40 and push it down the far sideline. Curtis giving chase, but it goes out of bounds. And the Beavers with a throw-in right around their 20-yard line. 40 seconds to go in the ball game. Beavers lead 1-0. Knocked down by Nagel on the far sideline. Simonson plays to the middle of the field to midfield. Pickers knock it back into the Beavers' end. Weatherby will put it back out of bounds about the 25-yard line. 22 seconds to go. Pickers throw it in inside the end zone, and there's Nickerson again to push it out of bounds on the near side. 10 seconds to go. Pushed into the end zone, and the Pickers
lose it over the end line. Yeah.
Lose it over the end line, and that will be a kick from the goal crease with 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and time will expire. Beavers get revenge and get a 1-0 victory here, Steve. And let's get right into our P2 Paving post-game report as the Beavers get the return to favor of a 1-0 victory over the Pickers here.
Yeah, tight contest, just like we figured. Both teams giving their best efforts, and Beavers spent a lot of time in the Pickers zone on the second half, and kept the pressure up, and finally something broke. They got that penalty kick, and Nickerson put it right where she had to and broke that 0-0 tie, and the Beavers come out ahead.
Well, I have one award to hand out here tonight, and it's going to number 21, Delaney Nickerson. She's going to be the Karate Chevrolet player of the game as she scores on the penalty kick and give the Beavers a 1-0 victory at Howard Sheen Field. And that'll wrap things up tonight from Howard Sheen Field. For Stephen Mountain, I'm Dewey Hurd. Thanks for tuning us in. And check out our schedule for the remainder of the week as we've got things going every night this week here for Beaver Athletics.
Busy week as always.
Tune us in, and we'll give you more action in the future. So until we meet again, we're going to say God bless and good night.